Hi, and welcome to this session where we'll be focusing on recovery from Caesarean birth. Going to start in Virasana, hero pose. So taking a block or two, I'm choosing to take 2 bricks, placing that underneath the hips. Then we can more easily tuck the legs back. Tailbone draws in a little. That will help to just draw the tummy muscles in, which need a bit of help currently. And then just let the hands relax down onto the thighs. Chin just level to the floor. I invite you now to take a breath in. On the exhale, we breathe out gently and slowly through the mouth. As we do that, we draw the belly button in, or at least set the intention of doing so. So inhale. Inhale, let the abdomen soften. Pelvic floor relaxes down. And exhale again. Pelvic floor lifts. Abdomen starts to draw in. Or again, we at least set the intention for that to happen. Inhale, soften 2 more. Inhale through the nose, soften. Exhale, think about drawing in and up. So that's called co-contraction. Good. Bringing right hand to the floor, left arm up now. We bend the left elbow a little just to plug that arm into the shoulder and just coming into a small side bend. I'm very much leaning into my right arm. Inhale back to center. Exhale over. Inhale. And one more time. Exhale. Inhale. And then bring left arm down and reaching left hand towards right thigh. Walking the right hand to the floor behind. Just got my fingertips down. Tucking the tailbone in to take pressure off the back. Just taking a very gentle twist here. If it's too difficult to reach the thigh, we place the hand on the left thigh instead. One more breath. And release. Okay. Left hand to floor, right arm up. Bend the right elbow a little bit. Tailbone tucks in so we don't put undue pressure on the lumbar. Reaching over, side bend. Again, I'm very much leaning into my left arm for support. Inhale, center. Of course, the core muscles are not going to offer their regular amount of support right now, so that's okay. We just lean into the arm instead. Exhale, reaching over, and inhale. Center, relaxing right arm down, turning to the left. Got left hand to the floor behind, breath in. Exhale to gently twist and turn. Great, one more breath. And just a slow release, inhale. Okay, let's take the weight off our knees now. Coming into a box position. So let's just come on forward. Okay, now as you may know, post-Caesarean birth can get very tight into the back. So the incisions that is made around the front will of course affect the fascia in the lumbar spine as well. So we're going to give that a bit of a stretch. Walking hands forwards. Okay, I'm threading my right arm under and through. Now be sure the left arm takes your weight. We don't want to be resting down on the head, putting weight through the neck. So we're just coming through. It might be your head can't reach the floor right now, and that's okay. I'm going to stay here myself. And then release. Come on up. We obviously switch sides now. So threading through left arm. My right arm is supporting me a lot. These rotations as well will help increase blood flow. Not while we're in them, but when we release. The vessels will be decompressed, allowing fresh blood flow. Inhale back to center. Doing that one more time either side. We thread through, breathe out. Inhale, center, and again, reaching through, take a twist. And back to center. Bringing the thighs together now as you pop the hips back onto the heels. Child's pose. But I've brought the legs together so when we fold forwards, we have some support for this area. I've had a cesarean myself and I found regular child's pose quite uncomfortable, felt very unsupported. So, and I liked using blocks as well. So I'm just going to share that idea with you now. So reaching forwards, Hips sinking back and just keeping the gaze forwards as we consciously press down into the blocks. Now, as we do that, I'm going to tuck the tailbone in a little bit. That just helps to draw the belly button in. A little bit of work for the abs. And then release, lift up, stretch. And again, exhale, tuck that tailbone in, push down into the bricks. My gaze is forward. So you almost feel like an animal about to pounce. And then stretch up, breath in. Do it one more time. Exhale, tuck tailbone in. Pressing down into the blocks, getting that side work going, the side of the torso. Feel that through the underarms as well. And then just release, coming up. Good work. Okay, we are coming down onto our backs next. Be mindful how you come down, please, so we don't upset the abdominal wall. So we'll come onto our side and then roll over from there. Okay, bringing the feet close together so you've just got about a hand width distance apart. In between the feet. We're floating the arms up as well. Let the shoulder blades just melt down into the floor as the elbows bend. We're going to breathe in. On the exhale, we just simply lift one leg and we bring opposite hand to knee and then back down. All the while, keeping the lower back pressed down. It's very, very light abdominal work. And even if you feel like you can do more at the moment, trust me, with this recovery, less is more. If you rush the recovery, you can really, really hurt yourself. The deceptive thing about Caesarean I found was that you can look very healed on the surface, but there's lots of healing to be done underneath the surface. Okay, 2 more. All right, and then let's see now if we can just bring one leg up, hold, and then maybe the other. Draw the knees in towards you and just let the lower back sink down. I'm going to rest the arms down now, holding it here. 3, 2, 1, bringing one foot down and then the other. We're going straight into shoulder bridge. Feet hip width, you can just about touch your heels alignment wise. We're pushing directly up just into a straight diagonal. We're not going full Setu Bandhasana. And then come down and just touch lightly with the hips. Okay, we're coming back up. Breath out and back down. Inhale, exhale, push up. Inhale, lower, exhale. Inhale, breath out. Good, 2 more. And 1. Okay, and releasing down. Heel toe the feet into their side by side. Hands off the mat. Very small rotation. So if you think you start 0 degrees, just going over to about 40, 45 at the very most. Back to center, across to the other side. And back to center. So just to release the lower back. Not taking the legs all the way to the floor, even if you can, because again, that's going to pull a lot across the fascia, the abdominal fascia, which we don't want just yet. Okay, good job. All right, let's just move on to our side for a moment now. Just letting the head relax onto the hand. Going to have the lower leg a little bit bent just to help keep the hips nice and stable. If we were to straighten the leg, the hips are probably going to wobble. Okay, and then from here, just going to tap this top leg forward. So tapping that forwards and then behind. Now, when I do that, my upper body wants to counterbalance. We're not going to let it counterbalance. We're going to keep it nice and still. So now we have some light abdominal work with no pressure because I'm not flexing, I'm not extending. It's just static. It's what we call isometric muscle contractions. It's just static. That's going to, again, increase blood flow without too much effort. Increased blood flow accelerates healing. And in this position, be very deep healing. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's stretch into the top leg. So foot comes up towards the bottom, knee draws back as the pelvis presses forwards. Release down, changing sides. So I'll bring myself up and across. You might like to just roll over onto your other side. Again, just letting the head relax down. Lower leg just a little bit bent, reaching out with the top leg. And then from here, just coming forwards and back. So this top hand again is just helping to stabilize. Okay, you might find it a bit trickier one side than the other. That's quite normal, especially postnatally. We end up in habits that are quite asymmetrical. Excellent. And 3 more, keeping the upper body as still as you can. You can always check to see if you are okay. And then resting down. Good job. Bending the knees. Top foot comes up. Just getting stretched into the hip flexors here. This is a really helpful stretch to do daily post-Caesarean because you have its hip flexor coming across part of the hip flexor muscle group. Obviously, get ever so tight because it's helping to support this area which can't support itself right now. So giving that a little bit of a stretch can feel really, really good. Release down. We'll finish up with cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet together. Likely to, as I mentioned, be a bit stiff in the back, so you might like to take a block under the hips. Hands to feet or ankles. We're just tucking the tailbone in a little, rounding the spine, head relaxes down. I've got you to tuck the tailbone a bit so we don't strain across what we call the lumbosacral joint, where the spine attached to the pelvis. That can be ever so gnarly post-Caesarean. So we're just tucking in a little bit first just to protect the lumbar. Head relaxes down. 3 slow, easy breaths here. And then taking your time to come on up. We'll just bring the legs together, wrapping one arm around, other hand behind to support. And release, other side. And center and release. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that was helpful to you.